that was weird. Yeah, coming back into a league that I started kind of last night. I've got one win. It was against, I guess, that green Eldrazi list I think Spike's been put together and people have been loving. It's definitely pretty strong. Um, so yeah, gonna be just jumping back in, got the list to the side here. Hopefully this is a little bit better in terms of being able to keep up to what's going on from a list and sideboarding perspective as we go live, but just continuously trying to make changes on YouTube who don't have access to Stream Deck or some of the other stuff. So might have to go back to Twitch, but for now, just going to be going like this. Let's see here. No, definitely can't be keeping this. This is terrible. More functional, hopefully up against a creature deck. I will keep this. I guess I'm going to probably just throw back the push. Yeah, throw back the push. Humans. Well, definitely a creature matchup. Kind of maybe Dismember was the wrong take, but oh well. We'll see how that goes. Um, Shock and Watery Grave. Pass it over to my opponent. Realistically, so I forgot to change out the fetch lands here. You might notice that I've got some black fetches and no swamps in the list. Yeah, that was just a mistake. Completely forgot to switch them out as I was making adjustments to the list. It should just be a bunch of blue fetches. So hopefully it doesn't cause me any issues as we work through the rest of this league. Yeah, you can just have that. That's fine. So let's see if I want to take just another one. Ooh, Guide of Souls. Okay. So what happens if I dismember the Guide of Souls? I take 3, 4, that's 7. Go to 11, I can play out a Shadow. I can't do much else unless I draw something. Um, hmm. Otherwise, I basically just take 4, kill this one attacking Champion of the Parish, and I can kind of be a little bit more lenient with my life total. Play an Orcish Bowmaster, but definitely giving something flying could end up being problematic. However, I do have a Murktide Regent. Definitely regret throwing away that Fatal Push. No, I think I'll just dismember this. Take the 4. Say go. Okay, lands. Gotta settle down on those a little bit. Yeah, I can't go fetch islands off those, which completely sucks. Probably gonna come back to haunt me right here in this match. So I will probably just hold up Orcish Bowmaster here. Just as like a blocker. Might be able to get rid of this Guide of Souls if they get aggressive. Very much regretting throwing back that fatal push. More than likely could be a very losing decision, which, I mean, sucks, but I feel like humans hasn't been part of the meta in quite a long time, so what are you going to do? Human. Oh, interesting. Yeah, gain a life, make an energy, do a thing. So they can start drawing cards with Satoru, right? More other non-token creatures the battlefield under your control. Cast or no mana was spent. Don't know. Do they flicker stuff? Not really sure, but I think I'm willing to just throw everything at this. Preordain. Bottom, we will top this Preordain, and I think, I guess I can just fetch and shock, play out a Death Shadow. Be in a fine spot here after another Preordain and then go for the Murktide Regent. I was originally thinking putting out the Murktide Regent, but it'll only be a 5/5. So I don't think that's worth it. Stubborn Denial is terrible. Orcish Bowmaster we will keep. We'll throw a Death Shadow out and say, do your worst, opponent. Land for opponent. Pretty good creature. Okay. And following up with another one? No. What the hell is this? Exile target player's graveyard? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, you got it. Holy crap. Yeah. Really regretting throwing back that fatal push. Oh, well, here's one. Just gonna fatal push this now. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's why you don't fatal push that now, but it doesn't matter. I gotta start reading cards. Holy crap. Toxic Deluge. Definitely. I mean, Stern Scolding is better than Stubborn Denial and somewhat better than Counterspell. Force of Negation is useless. Supposed to be bringing in Disruptor Flute. I've tried Nether Goyf. I don't know how much I love it, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's a good card, no question, but right now I'm just trying to get back to something that was more aligned with what I played prior to Modern Horizons 2 and what I was working through. Yeah, maybe Break the Ice is better than Disruptor Flute. Well, no. No, I think I want Flute because they do have some activated abilities. Whatever that creature was, Jarina. That was pretty annoying. completely flatlined what I was trying to do. So go with that. Probably just drop another counter spell. This is a lot of life loss. And I need to find black lands off of these preordains. I mean, this could be good. This could be really bad. I'm partially willing to test this for science, though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I gotta drown the lock, dismember. If I can get this shadow out, got the disruptor flute. Still not sure what I'm gonna flute exactly, but this seems very borderline. Wouldn't fault anyone for throwing this away. I mean, yeah, it's a one lander for sure, but got two preordains. And now it's a two lander. Guide of Souls. Okay, so I will be able to. I don't know what they have on 2 mana. I don't know what their lists look like. I don't think I'm going to look one up. The question is basically, do I Thoughtseize and Dismember? Or do I Dismember Death Shadow? It's really the only options here. Not even questioning Preordain. I think I'm better to just start applying pressure. Like, unless they play Solitudes, then this is a really bad play, but no. Thoughtseize. Hold up Dismember. Another Guide of Souls, Extraction Specialist. Thalia's Lieutenant. So if I take the Guide of Souls, I dismember the Guide of Souls. Extraction Specialist lets them, what, put another creature back onto the battlefield? Yeah. They do have a Cavern of Souls. I think I can flute that Extraction Specialist, so I'm going to take the Guide of Souls. I will just dismember Guide of Souls now and say go. His Lieutenant. Perfect. So Death Shadow. I will fetch and shock again. Disruptor Flute. Extraction Specialist. Whoop. All right. Feeling like that was a pretty good opener to keep. Happy to have drawn that third land for sure. Unclaimed territory, so their hand is 2 unknowns. Champion, sure. into this thing again? Come on, man. What are these draws? Well, luckily they went for my graveyard and not theirs. Preordain now. Toxic Deluge. Bottom the Murktide, top the Deluge. I guess I'm just supposed to pay 3 life, swing for 8. Right, because it's minus minus. They're not going to... They still die to minus minus. Okay. They can't cast the Extraction Specialist. Yeah, very nice Deluge. No question about that. They draw a card. I guess... Oof. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Wow. Wow. It is a joke. Brutal. I actually can't believe that that was top of their deck. What a joke. What a joke. Oh well. No, I don't really miss Dress Down right now. I mean, I haven't been playing a lot, so maybe I should, but yeah. No question, this is a keep. Lots of action. I will lean on Thoughtseize, given that I'm on the play. But yeah, maybe Dress Down should be back in the main. I'm not 100% sure. Force of Negation, Pitch Subtlety. Okay. So is this probably Living End? Nope, this is some type of control deck. All right. I really want both of those, but I need a land, so so an energy deck. You got it. I will take Sink as a land. And I will hold up Brain Surge here. Or Bowmaster, if it makes sense. And into the graveyard. So, guess they don't need another red land. They probably have Counterspell. Let's see if they let me resolve this. They do. So Dismember, I don't even think I want. And I will have to draw the Fatal Push. That's fine. I think I'm just going to go Bowmaster. Tempted to do Frog, but I still think they're on Counterspell. Yep, there's one Counterspell. Do they have a second one? No. Definitely want to get the Frog out now. So I can kind of potentially grow it here. Well, no, I guess Wrath of the Skies might be problematic. It's a card I forget about. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Oh well. We'll see. It's maybe supposed to consider to try and find a Thoughtseize there because of Wrath of Skies. The One Ring. Oh, well. I'm gonna well, no, I'll just stub. Do they have the Solitude? Nope, doesn't look like it. They might here, actually. Nope. Do you want that Murktide Regent? Will be game over very quickly. Gonna be pitching this Fatal Push to the Frog. Preordain. So, yep. You don't have Preordain. Stub and Shadow. So, going to top, play the Shadow, hold up Counterspell. And then have Murktide Regent for next turn. I don't know what their board wipes are. Maybe they don't play Supreme Verdict, but I'm not risking that. Snapcaster Mage, sure. Do they have Counterspell? No. So going to fly. Well, no. Do this first. Kind of hope that they just don't have a Supreme Verdict. Exile 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's a big Murktide Regent. Swing, swing, swing. Oh, that is very clutch. Okay. The power of the frog continues to impress. Continues to impress. Force of Negation, no question about it. That's a card I'd like to see. Probably Flusterstorm. Stern Scolding. Might be a bit narrow, but given that their graveyard seems to be something they're very interested in with Snapcaster Mage. Plus, they're almost definitely on Solitude, at least post board. And then maybe I want Disruptor Flute. I guess I should look at my cuts here first. 1 Dismember. 4 push. I think I'll bring in 1 flute. And just cut all of my removal. I guess they probably have Flage though, right? Yeah, never mind. I 100% should have been bringing in Stone of Eric. Forgot about Flage. Whoops. This is very functional. Opponent has mulligan to 6. Force of Negation into the yard, so either looking for something or has a force in hand. Fetch, shock, consider. We'll take a land, gonna need those. But this Marsh Flats because of my poor deck building and forgetting to switch out for all island fetching lands. Sure. I don't think I'm supposed to flute anything. They're just going for Flage. Hmm. I guess maybe I was supposed to flute Flage, but that plays into Teferi, so I'm not doing that. I guess now I'm supposed to flute. Flute the Flage. They don't get it back at any time. And then play out a Shadow and hold up Counterspell. Going to fetch and shock again. There's no way they're playing anything that disrupts my mana base. If I wasn't scared of if I wasn't scared of Solitude, I would have ran out both Shadows and held up Stubborn Denial. Okay, so they've missed on a fourth land, so they need to cycle. It's a tap land. I do think for next turn, if I miss on a land, I will be playing out Psychic Frog. Just holding up Stubborn Denial. Definitely now that I've drawn Stern Scolding, that is no question what I will be doing. No, that's not true. I'll be playing the Death Shadow. I'll be playing the Death Shadow. You don't have 5. The One Ring. Stubborn Denial. There's a land. No Solitude. I do think I'm just supposed to hold up Counterspell Stern Scolding here. Hold on to these Psychic Frogs. I still don't know what their board wipes look like. Luckily, they cannot buy back this Flage still. Wrath of the Skies. Counterspell. Okay. That was pretty straightforward and easy. Like that matchup's not typically supposed to go that well. I don't know. Maybe other people have different experiences. Anyone that's been playing the format more than me, let me know if that was way too easy. On the draw, no idea what I'm up against. They are mulliganing to 6, so I will be keeping this hopefully off of the power of a Thoughtseize. Conjuring falls Archon into the yard. Okay. Well, hopefully we catch something that doesn't allow that to reanimate. I have no idea what this is. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Interesting. So I've got Stubborn Denial. I've also got Sink into Stupor. Transmorgify is 3 more turns away. Teferi's kind of annoying, but so is this Leyline Binding. I guess I take Teferi. Because this Sink into Stupor, well, no. We'll see. Yeah, I'll take Teferi. Take Teferi. Okay, they're just fetching now. What did they draw? I also don't really know what these lists look like these days. I feel like people haven't really been on Archons or Sink into Stupor. All right, play out an island, hold up Bowmaster. If they would like to Leyline Binding a Bowmaster, I would be quite satisfied. They drew that somewhere, so they still have 3 known cards in hand. Another Bowmaster. Yep. Play that as a land. I will shock that in. Swing for 2. This Bowmaster is going to be used to ping down a token if they go to Transmorgify it. Sure. Do have to be cautious of like a reanimate spell. I'm assuming they're on persist. This is binding. That's fine. More than happy to take a binding on a Bowmaster here. There's a Scalding Tarn, so Transmorgify and 2 unknowns. They're just going for it. We will send it away. Swing it for 3. I think I'm supposed to hold Sink and Stupor for 1 more turn. Because I wouldn't have a hard counter off of Stubborn Denial anyway. So I'd much rather find a way to lose some more life here. Creativity on I mean, so if you hit a Murktide Regent, that's fine. If you hit a Shadow, that kind of sucks. If you hit a Frog, I'm happy. I mean, the odds are in my favor that they're going to hit either another Bowmaster, a Murktide Regent, or a Frog. So just don't be a Shadow. Murktide Regent. Thank you, opponent. There's a fetch land. Okay. I will be holding up Sink into Stupor and Stubborn Denial, because I will be able to grow this Murktide Regent to lethal should they go for something. They're just going to do it again. All right. Good game, opponent. Yeah. Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damage, please. Can we go to damage? Thank you. Alright, so definitely force again. No question. Been liking having 3 of those. Lusterstorm, I think, is fine. And then Disruptor Flute. As for removal, guess I can take a Dismember, 2 Fatal Push. Maybe I'm just supposed to take all my push, leave myself with a Dismember. Bowmasters can ping down tokens. I just want to be able to fight on the stack with the way that this deck's currently constructed. What have I just done? Whoops. Yeah, I think this is a keep. Can lead on a Thoughtseize. Maybe they've got a Spell Pierce or something. Not the end of the world. Really just want to make sure we don't have any Teferis hit the battlefield. These Bowmasters will be able to keep their tokens in check. Okay, no idea what my opponent is doing. Tide Regent, not the best draw, but could come in handy. We'll see. They don't have Spell Pierce. They do have Teferi. They do have Ren and 6. Ugh. Man. So if that Teferi resolves, I'm kind of screwed. Well, am I screwed? I can throw to Bowmaster. I mean, they've got land for days anyway. Yeah, we'll take the Teferi. Steinmeier, Ren and 6. That's fine. Thoughtseize isn't terrible either here. Can try and find a land, then Thoughtseize, so long as it's, I guess, a fetch land or a black land. Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh boy. Alright. That's rough. Thoughtseize. Creativity. Cool. I mean, at least they don't have much going on, and if I find a land, I'm kind of off to the races. If I can find land Force of Negation over the next 2 turns, I'm pretty happy. I think I play a frog if that's the case. Can pitch a Dismember and like a Drown in the Lock or something. There we go. Alright, land. So hold up Counterspell, hold up Orcish Bowmaster. Probably just going to ping down their Ren and 6 with at least one of these Bowmasters just to make sure it's not ulting and I get bolted out. Because that's certainly problematic. Yep. Down. Do they just bolt it? Probably not. Another land. Perfect. So gonna swing. Unfortunately, I can't throw this other bowmaster up. Well, no, I can't. I mean, there's an argument that I could throw out the bowmaster. Let's take a look at the clock here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just wait till their end step. My opponent's really taking their time. Really taking their time here. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't know if they just have a really bad connection or what. I guess they might be, is the challenge going? Probably. They might be in the challenge. That would make more sense. All right, so 1 at Ren and 6, 1 at you. That's fine. So they have a handful of lands and 2 unknowns at this point. They're going to go for the mine. Take up a Ren and 6. That's interesting. I don't think I want to shock myself here. Don't have a shadow in hand, and I do have a dismember available to me, so I don't want to be a little bit cautious of my life total. And we'll take 1. Just go to their end step instead. So now if I hit a land, I can cast this Murktide Regent, hold up a counterspell. Realistically have access to Psychic Frog the following turn. That's not a land. Swing at Ren and 6, swing at you. If you want to block with a token, that's perfectly fine. I will happily take that trade if they do. I think I still continue to hold. Counterspell, Drown the Lock, Dismember. I just really need to make sure this Ren and 6 doesn't get to the point where it can ult while also still trying to apply enough pressure that I can kind of swing for lethal in one turn. Unfortunately, it looks like my opponent is definitely playing in the challenge or something like that, and mid-game somewhere else, so going to be a bit slow. Oh, that's interesting. Guess I have to counterspell that. That's something I wasn't considering. Should have just swung everything at that Ren and 6, I guess. No. So now they need Transmorgify or Creativity. Two turns they can hardcast an Archon. There's a Teferi. That's fine. Goodbye, Teferi. Don't know why they didn't downtick, but it's definitely a mistake on their part. Fable, that's fine. Chicken, what's up? Just a chicken. Man, 7 turns deep, only 3 lands. That definitely sucks. So I'm just gonna hold back. Definitely not ideal, but now if they go to discard, I get to ping them. Twice. Wow. Okay. 1, 2. Bonjour, Mathieu. How's your Sunday going? So if this is hardcast Archon, fine with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in the graveyard. Counterspell here. And then draw this token. Very nice. Sounds like a busy day. That's what I like to hear. Man, this has been annoying not to be able to find a 4th land. Currently 2-1 in the league. Lost to an insane top deck from a humans player after I was completely in control of the game. They hit a Sanctifier and Beck when I was at 2 life. So I guess I just double swing at Ren and 6. Double swing at Ren and 6, play Murktide Regent. Happy to trade the Bowmaster to take this down 3. Oh, they're just gonna let that go. Okay, well. Now I'm much more tempted to just hold down a lock. Finally gonna down take this Bowmaster. Fable resolves. Black green. I guess I counterspell this. And then if they have a way to make an Archon, I can remove the Archon. But they don't. Holy jeez. Come on, just the 4th land. Is that too hard to ask? So if I swing for 3, can I race? I think I can. Well, no. No, if I remove this, it's not good news. Yeah, getting mana screwed really sucks here. I mean, it's the nature of, I guess, a 17 land deck, but to have not found one, a 4th land 9 turns deep with multiple. I guess I only had one draw deeper into my deck. Or technically 3 off of Preordain. No. So go ahead. Force of Negation would be such a good draw, and I would just happily throw out a Murktide Regent, but now I just have to hold up Counterspell, drown the lock. 2021 seems way too excessive. I've had multiple games where it's like all I do is draw lands. I don't know. I just think, at least on Moto, Magic Online, I feel like their shuffler's a little bit weird. Some weird randomization. Transmorgify that guy. Counterspell. Veil of Summer. I lose the game. You got it. Well, I feel like that could have gone very different had I just found a fourth land, so what are you going to do? There's 4 lands. I'm just going to keep this. Bowmaster to start hopefully applying a bit of pressure. Counterspell to hit it to fairy. We'll fetch and shock just to be safe. Want to be able to get a shadow out here in the next couple of turns. All right, so now be a little bit more liberal with my, or lenient with my life total. Gonna hold up Bowmaster / Counterspell, and then have Thoughtseize Counterspell for next turn. If they go for Ren and 6 here, I'm definitely countering it. If they don't. This is Veil of Summer. Reprieve. Reprieve. Sure. Right, so Thoughtseize first, figure out how I want to play from there. Okay. Guess I'm just supposed to take Ren and 6. Or do I counter it when they go for it? Well, no, if they hit a land, then I'm screwed. Yeah, Ren and 6 it is. What do they have? Creativity. Yep. All right. I'll shock myself. Hold up Bowmaster Counterspell. I just want to make sure they don't hit lands. Which they appear to continue to be missing. They go for Veil of Summer. They do. Into Stern Scolding. Wow, okay. Good for you, I guess. I get to go Shadow, Shadow. They're still missing on lands. Alright, well, I'm not going to throw out this Bowmaster, because if they have a Leyline Binding, that's problematic. Down to 10. And And then down to dead next turn if they do not have anything. No. I mean, it's still not much, though. They have Fable, Spell Pierce, Creativity, Pillage the Bog, and 2 unknown cards. They're going for Bog right now. Sure. So unless they have another Stern Scolding in hand, and even then I can just counterspell it, this game is over. All right. 3 and 1. I'll keep this on the play, or on the draw, sorry. Boreal Grazer. Okay. Not Titan. Flare of Cultivation. Okay. We are rampant. I have no idea what I'm up against right now. Yeah, I appreciate that, Monsieur. Yeah, I'm trying to definitely make it a little bit more of a European viewer friendly stream, seeing as most of the people that typically come in and actually engage are from some different various areas of Europe. So I will definitely be trying to make time available on weekend mornings whenever possible. Always appreciate you coming to hang out. All right. I'll just shock in a Watery Grave, Preordain. I don't think Bowmaster matters in this matchup. I will grab another Preordain though. I also don't really know what my opponent's doing. Another Grazer. They're just ramping. So, presumably some type of Valakut deck. 2 cards in hand. Turn 2 and they have 5 lands. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just play out an island, hold up counterspell, drown the lock. God, I feel like I can generally play patiently here. Another good draw. I'm happy with that. Thought CCU. reprieve. Fine. I mean, as long as they don't have scape shift into reprieve, I think I'm fine. Wish. Yep. Just gonna go for escape shift here. It's the one time I can drown something, so I'm going to drown that. All right, see what that last card is. It's a grazer. I will fetch and shock for a watery grave. I will preordain and hold up counterspell. I don't need either of those. Death Shadow's a nice draw. Go ahead, opponent. Dane. I'll top both of these. Play the land. Play the shadow. And say go. If I need to shuffle away the preordain, it's not the end of the world. Okay, Valakut onto the battlefield. That could become problematic. So I'll draw this preordain. I'm assuming my opponent's going to want to block, which, I mean, I should be okay with. Yep. Fetch and shock. Psychic Frog. Preordain. Push and Delta. Neither of those things are good. Another shadow. Okay, well, should have preordained first. I guess I'm fine with that. Flare of Cultivation? No. So, yeah. Thought sees you. Done. Swing for 7. I don't think there's a single thing they can do. Alright, So definitely want Force of Negation. Probably want Disruptor Flute. Flusterstorm. And I guess there's a Whirlwind consigned to memory. Makes sense. So then I can take out Dismembers and Fatal Pushes. And drop a Bowmaster. Okay. I will keep that. Okay. Tap plan, so this Thoughtseize is even better. I'm gonna fetch and shock just because I have this shadow. Do you want to be able to try and get it out as quickly as possible to apply pressure? Get Lost and Dryad. I could play around this Get Lost pretty easily, so I'll take the Dryad. Valakut. Guess I'm supposed to fetch and shock because I'll be playing out realistically Dark Slick Shores next turn. Yeah, sure, Grazer. That's fine. So their hand is Mountain, Get Lost. Fetch shock. Probably ping myself. Attack for 2. Interesting block that way, but I'm not going to complain about it. I will play the Dark Slick Shores. If they have exactly Lightning Bolt, I mean, if they have, yeah, they don't have white for this Get Lost. That's why I'm just casting this now. They need to find a fetch land. Oh, well, there it is. Perfect, and now we have Stubborn Denial for it. It's very possible they only have tapped white sources, though. Continuing to keep the Grazer around. Is that for like a Flare of Cultivation? Must be. Yeah, so they definitely have tapped white sources. Good to know. I feel like this should pretty much be locked up, and this will be a 4-1 league. consigned to memory. Okay, they do choose to get rid of the grazer this time around. So if I want to... One, two, three, four, five, six. Only have one consign slash a stub available to me, so I have to wait a turn. This Valakut is about to be doing damage. Stub this. Now I basically just need to be able to ensure that these consigned to memories are able to deal with Valakut triggers. Cool. Swing in for 8. I think I'm just supposed to hold consigned to memories because that's basically 6 Valakut triggers if they do have there's another Valakut. But yeah, no, if they have scape shift. Okay, well, go for the attack. Assume this game's over. Yep. Alright. 4-1, losing to humans. Not a match I'm expecting. Really feel like my opponent got a pretty lucky top deck in game 2 to just win 2-0. Otherwise, I definitely think we're going to game 3 there. Sometimes that happens. What are you going to be able to do? Overall, pretty happy with it. I think this is more what I would be interested in trying to play moving forward. I do like Nethergoyf, but I might as well change these now. That's important. So add another Misty Rainforest. Bring in, I guess, some Blooded Strands. Don't want to be making that a mistake again. And then, yeah, let's see. Crack open some of these while we got some people hanging out. What is this? One last job. Nope. Good. Open one of these. Culligan's Command, sure. I like to open them one at a time just to get a sense of how good or bad they are. Oh yeah, then this bad boy here wrecked me in the humans matchup. Pretty good human. Pretty good human. What's this? An Assassin's Creed card, nice. No idea if it has any value, probably not. And this is another one, right? No, this is Lord of the Rings. All right. Pretty crappy chests. But yeah, I think overall this is a pretty good 75 that I'm much more content with. Psychic Frog is a 4 of. It's just a little much. It's a little much. I like it as a 2 of. Seeing it, you know, once you've kind of taken control of the game, in my opinion, has been much better than seeing it super early and kind of trying to force it through. Certainly some times where I wasn't getting the chance to play it out, and it maybe wasn't the best card in the deck by any means, but certainly has a powerful combination with Murktide Regent and Psychic Frog. Yeah, there's no way that you could bring Nethergoyf into the list, at least as it's constructed here. Orcish Bowmaster, I think I place higher value on Orcish Bowmaster right now. The only other thing I think I'd be considering is maybe a dress down in the main again, but that really depends on how much certain decks continue to pop up in the meta. I'm pretty happy with this 75. Pretty good 4-1. I am going to step away, so appreciate whoever was hanging out. And yeah, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me a message, leave some comments in the playback if you've got anything that you saw that I maybe did poorly or could have done better, especially in that humans matchup. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.